So I brought you guys out here to talk about my rain and cold weather gear that I'll be using on the PCT this year. When I say cold weather gear, I mean I'll be wearing it when it's cold and I'm hiking. I don't like to wear my puffy, I get really hot, so I'll be wearing my rain gear when it gets cold enough to need it. But as we speak, I've sat under my usual tree and it has just decided to start hailing on me. It's getting bigger by the second. I don't know if you can hear it because I've got my windsock on my microphone here. So I'm probably going to take this video right back into my shop. So I'll see you guys in a minute. Well, it's 48 degrees outside and it wasn't supposed to rain till tomorrow, but as per the norm, Mother Nature didn't care about our assumptions or predictions. So here we are back in the shop to talk to you about my rain gear. So I've decided to forego a lot of layers. I do walk pretty warm. I tend to heat up pretty quickly, and if I wear a lot of layers, I end up getting really hot, even when it's cold outside. So I've ended up being able to dial down my gear for hiking in cold weather to just my rain jacket and my rain pants. A lot of times I don't even need the rain pants. That just really depends on if the wind's blowing. If the wind's blowing and it's chilly, I'll throw on the pants and it'll work all right. So I have used this setup and this method in about 25 degrees, I think was the lowest I went, and it was sprinkling. So I know that in the cooler, wet weather, this does work for me. Now, what I did have to do is when I got to a place to stop, this was not warm enough, being the material that it's made out of and the wind. So I would take this off and put my puffy on while I was sitting for a break or whatever it may be, or at camp. And then if I got up to hike again, I would take the puffy off, put it back in my pack, and wear this jacket. So the rain jacket that I've chosen to go with is the Outdoor Research Helium 2. It's a pretty common rain jacket on trail for a wide variety of reasons that I'll go over here. The Helium 2 is made of a 2.5 layer Pertex Shield ripstop nylon. I believe that the Pertex Shield is a coating that goes on the nylon that helps the waterproofing. Like most of your waterproof gear, all seams are going to be seam sealed with a seam sealer tape to help maximize the waterproofness of the jacket, and is also equipped with waterproof zippers. Now, I bought last year's model. Actually, I think it was the year before last model because I got it last year on sale for about $78. So mine does not have the flap that is on the inside of the front zipper that supposedly helps keep more water out. It does state on REI's website that the model they're selling now, which is also on sale for $78, it's usually $159, so that's a great deal. If you're looking at this jacket, definitely go see if they've got your size, because that's an amazing deal. And one of my favorite features of the hood on this jacket, because it is a hooded rain jacket, is the bill that it has on the top to keep the rain jacket off of the front of your face. So a lot of times when you pull the drawstrings on rain jackets, the hood pulls down onto your forehead and stays right here, and sometimes will cover your eyes. So I really like that this thing has a bill that stays up off of your forehead, and it'll help keep the rain run off of your face instead of right down into your eyes. My model does have elastic in the wrist areas of the jacket, which is nice. It grabs tightly enough to keep water out. It looks like it would fit well if you had a glove on and you were to slide it over the glove. It does not have any kind of drawstring inside the cuff, but once again, it does look like the newer models do have a drawstring, so if you're interested in that, you can also give that a look. I'm not positive on that. It just does read like it does have a drawstring, where I can clearly see that mine does not, so that's probably another addition to the newer model that came after mine. Another cool feature of this jacket is it has an internal pocket. You can use it for storage while wearing it. I don't, because I don't like to unzip and zip my jacket. But that internal pocket is also the storage bag for the jacket. The jacket folds up within itself. It's got a piece of Velcro that you latch, and then it's actually quite compact. So that's a nice feature of the jacket as well. Like most rain jackets, the sizing is a little oversized so that you can layer. So be sure to check out either Outdoor Research's website, or I'll leave a link in the description to REI's page, which will give you a size chart as well, so you can try to get the best fit for you in the jacket. Now, my particular model is equipped with a drawstring in the hip I don't know if the new one has it. I would imagine it does because it is a great feature. So basically you can zip up the jacket and then pull that drawstring to get the tight fit around the waist so that water won't splash up or it doesn't just get baggy and then you got a cold draft. So it's good for keeping air and water out. It does have one zipper pocket on the outside on the chest area. I do like this pocket. It's big enough to fit my iPhone 8 in. It is a regular iPhone 8. It's not an iPhone 8 Plus, so I don't know if the Plus will fit in there. I have found, though, that if I sweat while in the jacket, it will build up on my phone, being that it's sitting right there on my chest. So I don't tend to keep my phone in there, but it will fit it if that's what you want to put in there. Along with being quite compact when it's stuffed inside its own internal pocket stuff sack, it does come in at 7 ounces, 7.25 ounce. So it's pretty light for being an extra large. This is the biggest size that they carry in this jacket. So for 7 ounces for my warm jacket while hiking and my rain protection, I'll definitely take it. Being that I am going to be using this jacket for warmth while I'm hiking, I do kind of wish it had the pit zips like on some models. I know Anti-Gravity Gear makes a rain jacket that has pit zips so that you can help moderate your heat level in the jacket. You can help moderate your temperature. I do kind of wish it had that because I'll be wearing it fairly often, I guess, when it's cold outside, and it'd be nice to be able to adjust that. But that's really the only downside I see to this jacket is I would like it to have pit zips. Now for my rain pants, I originally had a pair of Columbia, I think they're called Ridge Roamers. I'm not positive on that, but they were really nice. They were quite well insulated, so it wasn't just rain. It was also nice and warm, and it was built to be warm. So I liked those, but they weighed 11 ounces, and they only sat where my pants sit. So basically, I didn't have that much crossover from my jacket to my pants, so it was very possible that if I was reaching or climbing or something that it would expose my shorts or my shirt and get them wet and kind of defeat the whole purpose of having the rain gear. So I got to looking around. I don't remember whose video. I saw it on somebody's video on YouTube. They were Anti-Gravity Gear rain pants, and the biggest thing that I liked about them is they come up above my belly button. So it's nice and overlapped with my jacket. There's almost no way that rain's going to get between the two. And they were half the weight of my Columbias. So they were 5.5 ounces on my scale. So I got half the weight and better protection up top. They're not quite as insulated, so they won't keep it as warm as my Columbias would have, seeing as that's kind of half the reason I'm getting the pants. But my legs don't tend to get cold very often, so I think these are going to work just fine. When I bought mine, they were on back order. I think a new model had just been released, so I do believe that I have the newest model of these pants, so I'm hoping that the information I give here is current information. I haven't found any other information that seems to be different than the pair that I've got. So with the new design, they have a 10-inch waterproof side seam zipper to extend the leg opening so that you can slide your foot in while still wearing your shoes, so you don't have to take your shoes off every time you want to put on or take off your rain pants. This fabric is made out of a 40D sil nylon, and what sil nylon means is it's a nylon fabric coated in a silicone-based waterproofing material. So that's what's helping you repel the water. It has a flat drawstring at the waist, which also has a tension adjustment deal. I'm not sure what those things are called. This works all right. For me, being a bigger guy and it's sitting above my belly button, my stomach is bigger than where my pants sit. So basically what that means is while I'm walking, if I don't have my waist belt buckled, it will slide right down to where my pants sit and it's all baggy and I start stepping on the legs. But being as I'm going to be wearing these while I'm hiking with my backpack on, I will always have my hip belt buckled and it tends to keep it in place. I haven't had any trouble with it sliding down while my belt was buckled. It's advertised as being generously sized to fit over or for layering purposes like the rain jacket would be, but I assume what they mean by that is you can have quite a few layers on your legs if you're a person whose legs get cold easily or you're going to be in a really cold climate, and you can still slide these on over all of that, including your shoes, without having to adjust any of your clothing first. Now, like the Helium 2, these pants do actually compress down quite a bit. They fit inside an included stuff sack, which is only 0.01 ounces on my scale. It barely even registers, so I'll definitely be using that because it will take this huge pair of pants and condense them into a very small place so I can just slide them right into the outside pouch of my pack along with my rain jacket for easy access, whether I need to warm up or protect myself from the rain. On top of the benefits of the anti-gravity gear rain pants, they were also cost me $59.95, I believe, and that was full retail price, where the Columbia Ridge Roamers cost me almost $80 on sale. So there are benefits all around for checking out this set of rain pants. Now, given that's only one company, the Columbia that I used, there are plenty of other companies that provide rain pants, but from what I can see, as far as what you get, these anti-gravity gear pants are the best bang for the buck. But that is my own personal opinion, and I definitely encourage you to do your research before purchasing a pair of pants that you think you might use yourself. Also, you have to take into consideration, are you going to be using them like I'm using them for warmth and rain, or are you just going to be using them for rain? Because if you're just going to be using them for rain and you're going to be on the PCT, you very likely may be able to get away with a cheaper, less durable pair because you won't be wearing them as often. So like I said, I have used both of these in conjunction with one another at the same time in quite low degree temperatures while it was raining. So I actually got some really good use out of this gear, and I think it's going to do me very well while on the trail. So a lot of people will say, oh, you don't need rain gear on the PCT, it doesn't rain enough. Well, I'm not using it just for my rain gear. I'm using it to save another layer of clothing for warmth. And I am going to be starting early in March, which is the rainy season, or the end of the rainy season in the desert. Plus, they've been having a really heavy rain season this year. So I think it'll be beneficial to me to carry both of these pieces of equipment. I'm not carrying any other kind of pants, no leggings. I was able to drop almost a pound by getting rid of the extra clothing that I thought I was going to need by just using these as my warm weather hiking clothing. Now, all that being said, I've never been in Southern California, Central California, or Northern California except for in a car. So I don't know what any of this weather is going to bring for me. I don't know if the cold here is the same as the cold there. I don't know if I will get less used to the cold or if it'll be more harsh on me. I may have to change this just like any of my other gear. It's all subject to change. But as of right now, I think it's a really nice way to save some weight in my pack and utilize pieces of gear for more than just one purpose. So it's getting close now. In 15 days, my family and I will be on a plane headed for San Diego. I know I keep saying this in my videos, but every single day that it gets closer, the more exciting it gets. It's already been on my mind almost nonstop since I decided to do this last year, but now it's like the only thing that I think about, which I'm sure is driving my wife insane. It's making my son super happy because he loves talking about it, but I'm probably driving my wife nuts about now. If this is the first video of mine that you've seen and you're interested in any of the other gear picks that I have for the PCT this year, or you just want to follow me along on my PCT adventure, which starts next month, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and follow along. Until next time.